Hello, hello. Oh, baby! Thank you!
Oh,
And I beat
Was that you?
this meeting is being recorded.
You haven't said before, Jeff.
Hit that
Oh,
shit,
that's
bitch!
the first time it's ever done that. Don't know where that came from.
Me neither.
All right, man. Well, this is another episode of the Completely Inappropriate Podcast. I am Anthony, along with
Frank.
Mr. Frank. You did you stroke out there? It took you an extra beat to come in there.
Did it? I don't
Yeah.
notice these
How you
things.
doing? Fuck you been doing, man?
I'm okay.
Dude, I
Yeah.
go for it. What?
Oh, you.
What have you been doing? Who are you?
No, I haven't been doing anything with my life, really. Like I've been I'm like
With
like
my life, I haven't been doing anything with my life is quite a profoundly sad statement.
yeah, it's a fucking breather because I'm like now I have time to fucking devote to myself. And instead of doing the things I told you I was gonna be doing, I've been doing these other things, like catching up with my fucking novelas, with my shows. And I finally
Oh,
saw
dude,
it.
I've been
Yeah.
meaning to watch season 2 of Selena.
Oh, well, my mother's been watching it, but I finally got around to fucking Invincible, and I'm like, oh my God, this is a fucking Spider-Man comic. Some of the violence is
Invincible?
gratuitous, but I'm like, yeah, other than that, it's exactly like a fucking Spider-Man comic.
What's Invincible?
Invincible is a show on Amazon. It's
Oh,
yeah, this teenager that becomes a superhero because he developed powers because puberty, because his dad's basically Superman.
oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and so
Oh,
it goes
that's
from there.
interesting. Did you know The Boys is a Seth Rogen thing?
Yeah, so is Invincible.
No shit. He's doing these superhero movies that shows that are like legit. Like he's got a good. He also did Preacher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy is insane. I just purchased his book on audio, his audiobook yearbook. And from what I understand, it's just him retelling stories about his experiences in Hollywood and with other people, other actors and whatnot. Yeah, it just came out. I pre-ordered it like at the beginning of the week. It just came out like the 17th. Oh, it's the 16th, right? So it must have been the 14th that came out. Anyway, excited to check that out. Have you read any books lately?
No, I was talking to this one girl about fucking books. She recommended me somebody, I don't know, and we're talking about fucking Edgar Allan Poe and Sylvia Plath, and I mentioned fucking Teal Swans new book. Well, her latest book. It's not necessarily new. The Anatomy of Being Alone. So
Jesus Christ, be sadder, Frank.
no, that's her thing because she's a spiritual catalyst. She calls herself. So
Spiritual catalyst. You mean a cult leader? She's trying to start a cult.
no, well, I mean, isn't every
Hey,
religion?
hey, hey, real recognize real, homie.
Okay.
No, I know I joke about that all the time, like I want to start a cult. I really don't, man. I mean, the ideal is to start a commune. Like, who the fuck doesn't want to live on a commune, self-sustaining, govern yourself. Like, the problem is that it always turns to sex or fucking drugs or murder or some fucking weird shit like that.
Yeah.
Or just like rampant um religiosity and shit, you know.
Mhm.
Just goes too hard in the paint.
Yeah.
So what I'd really ideally like to do is start a commune for just me and my wife and son. So basically just go live off grid. Just build a cabin in the woods somewhere and be alone.
Yeah, that's
Sounds
the dream,
amazing.
apparently.
It really is,
Yeah.
because you socialize plenty nowadays online. I mean, look at us. We haven't seen each other in months because you can't get your fat ass up the fucking house. Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. That was rude.
Okay.
Nah, because that was something I realized the other day that it's something I've known for a long time, but something I like finally came out and said like in a public way was that I definitely suffer from body dysmorphia, dude.
Okay. I think I do too, because yeah, because I was telling you that I felt like I gained all the fucking weight back, right?
Mhm.
And it turns out I only gained fucking 5 pounds. I'm like, oh, well, that's not bad. You know,
No, I mean
yeah,
you wanna reverse it if you can, but
right.
yeah,
But
it's better than gaining all 25 pounds back.
yeah, and so right now or a few days ago, I was feeling pretty thin. And right now, like as I'm sitting here, I'm feeling pretty fat. But I think that's
Well,
just
the bloat is real. Like, I love that we're talking about this because men don't get to fucking talk about this. It's more of
because
a
it's
woman's
completely
issue, right?
inappropriate.
It's just gay, right? Is what people would say. Like, that's what our childhood would have said. Like, oh, dude, you're worried about your weight. Oh, you're so gay. Like, it's not manly. It's not machismo, especially in the Hispanic community. Like,
Yeah.
the older guys don't give a shit about their pot bellies. They think they're sexy, and the women do too. That's the sad part. That dad bod fucking. I don't believe. I don't
Well,
understand
the
it.
athletic build is back on. It was the dad bod, but like now there was a fucking study came out. It turns out that now fucking masculine men are sexy again. So I'm like, gee,
Yay.
thanks.
Yeah, right when I get into yoga. Shit. Nah, man, I don't care, man. I just want to be me from now on. Like I feel everything has been just a fucking game with people trying to convince them that I'm good enough to hang out with them, that I'm their type of person. I
Mhm.
always had to please the people that I was in front of, and now I still want to please people, but I can please people by being myself
Yeah.
and not what's it called when like code switching?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like because I'm with a Republican, I can know or a Democrat, like a political part of. If I'm talking to somebody that I know is overly political, I try to speak politically when I really don't know shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So now I just say, "Oh no, I have no idea what you're talking about." No, 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 I
Hmm.
don't vote. No, 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 I have no idea what you're talking about with this topic. What's going to Congress right now? Wait. How many people are in Congress again? Wait, do we get to vote for Congress? Like that, I don't mind saying stupid shit like that. If I just don't know, you know, you know what I
That's
mean?
good. That's
Like,
good.
why fucking pretend anymore?
Hmm. Yeah, that's
So
fucking great that you're finally accepting yourself for who you are and putting it out there in the fucking world.
yeah, man. That's why the yoga stuff really helped, man. Because my whole life I was called not effeminate, but like I just never felt like butch enough for anybody. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like for the guys that I hung out with,
Hmm.
and even to this day. But now, like I realize those people accept me for who I am anyway. They know that I'm not as fucking macho as I fucking tried to be or whatever. And then the other way around too. Like I don't always have to be fucking super sensitive either. Like I can have some strength and decorum. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm growing up, I guess.
Yeah,
Fucking weird.
better late than never.
I guess.
Yeah.
Dude, do I sound out of it? I feel like I'm so out of it.
Well, because expended so much fucking energy last night,
Oh yeah, we haven't got to that. No, yeah. So yesterday I did a 5K.
which is 3 miles for those of you that fucking don't like
Three
to use the
point
metric
three
system.
point one. Don't jip me my 1.1, bro. That's that finish line run. That's when you start. That's when you go all out. You push as hard as you can across the finish line. Yeah, no. So I did that. There was probably only like 12 guys in my age bracket from 30 to 31 to 40. There's only 12 of us. I got third. I didn't mean to. I just wanted to get through it because I haven't honestly run since like January. And
Mhm.
we're what, April now? May?
What, this January?
Yeah, I haven't ran since January, really.
Huh. Okay. Okay. I would think it was last January because we spent a whole year on fucking lockdown.
No, I've been running. I was running all throughout last year.
Okay. Okay. Because I'm thinking the marathon you ran over at the fucking convention center. I'm thinking that's the last time you actually fucking
Is it?
ran. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, it hasn't been a whole year since. No, because I know I started because I start every new year at least trying to run. I
Right.
didn't run. I wasn't running a lot, but I definitely ran like at least a couple miles in January.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? But I wasn't doing 5K. Like I might have done 5K once this year. But my point being, like, I hadn't run proper since January. You know, that's a long time to go. But what I've been doing is trail biking. So my cardio was actually in pretty decent shape. Like I kept my mile time, I think, was 9 minutes a mile for the 5K,
Mm-hmm.
which is great. That means my mile time is probably somewhere around 8.
Right.
But I'm gonna test that tomorrow because I've got a buddy whose friend was hitting people up on Facebook looking for a running partner, somebody to help train him because he
Mm-hmm.
wants to join the DPS.
Right.
DPS stands for what again?
Department of Public Safety.
Yeah, that's the one. So he wants to be a fucking trooper, right? A stormtrooper.
Mm-hmm.
And so he needs to do the mile time in under 10 minutes. I was like,
that's
well,
not
shit,
bad.
dude, you give me and he's in decent shape as it is. It's just
Mm-hmm.
he has never built up his cardio. But people that never do cardio don't understand how quickly you can build it up. Like you'll plateau after, a few 3-4 months, and then it'll be hard to break through that. But if you haven't run at all, or if you haven't done any cardio, been on a bicycle at all, and then you dedicate yourself to doing that 3 times a week for like a month to 3 months, you will legitimately, I mean, even in just that first month, you're going to notice a huge difference. So I'm excited to work with this guy. I told him, look, man, you want to train for the next 3 weeks? I just want to get you to reach your goal. You want to join, you want to get under 10-minute miles to qualify to be in the DPS. That's amazing. If you feel like I'm doing a good job with you and it's something you want to pursue, then we'll reevaluate and see if you want to pay for a monthly fee for me to be his trainer.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course that's a great opportunity too, because if he, gets into the academy that way, and then he meets other people that are training to join the academy, then maybe he'll send them my way as well.
Right.
And then yesterday we do this 5K, and I was lucky enough to get a table set up. My family has had actually organized it, was part of the companies that were organizing it. They pay this race company to come in and set up the thing. So they donated and they had a spot for a table, and they're like, well, you're doing this yoga thing. I figure you can, if you want to come and set up and do yoga. So that's what I did. I bought like 6 fucking yoga mats and a bunch of yoga blocks and put them out there. And like 20 minutes before the first race started, uh, I did like a 10-15 minute stretch, and I handed out flyers and stuff with my info on it, and hopefully something comes of it, man. I don't know. I'd like to say it was good exposure, but it was really just good old fashioned fun, man. So it was a glow run, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got splattered. You saw the videos, that you can see the videos on Instagram. Feel free to pull those, or I'll send them to you so we can post them on Instagram, just so people are a picture or two. So I got splattered with paint all over, like this powdered paint. It's kind of cool. But they sprayed me with this water shit too. Like it was a water cannon, right? Like a water gun filled with like paint in the water, but you couldn't really see it. But so they shot me with that, and then they threw the powder on me, so at least it stuck better. It was pretty cool. But I think because I was so wet and I was out there from like 7 to 9, I think I caught a little cold, man. I just don't feel that great today.
I'm telling you, it's the fucking 5K hangover. Because it looked like you did a lot of fucking screaming. And then with all the fucking running.
Okay, when did you hear the screaming though?
No, because there's that video that you just spoke about where you're running around getting fucking blasted paint. I heard you like and I'm like,
it didn't work. It didn't work. Because I told him I wasn't gonna make it easy for him like everybody else. This is gonna be like a duck hunt game. I'm gonna run back and forth, and they're gonna try and shoot me. Dude, they had no problem shooting me. Like they had no problem. I was like 6 feet away. It wasn't that hard.
yeah.
You notice in the video at first, like they're throwing the powder at me, and I'm way too far away. So like none of it's just like poofing into the air. And then finally at the end, the guys at the end like get real close to me and like just throw it at me. That's when I started. I thought it was a commanding performance.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't even my most active moment. Like, first off, I did the yoga, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I had to scream over the damn DJ booth. And then after that, there was another warm up after my stretching where they did the Cupid shuffle and dan, do your dance, do your dance.
Mm-hmm.
And what's that other one? Like, to the left, take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Boom. One hop this time. Boom. Hands on your knees, hands on your knees, hands on your knees. Anyway, so we were doing those fucking and they fucking played the full song. It's not, you know how like sometimes they just do like they get you to do like a full circle, like because it's a line dance, right? So you face this way, then you face that way, then you face this way, then you face that way. But I swear we went around in circles like 2 or 3 times for each of those songs, and I was in it, dude. I was dancing so much to it that I felt like I had already run 5K by the time the 5K started.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, pretty tired. Pretty tired.
Yeah, you can hear it in your voice too.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah, yeah. That's the other thing. Well, no, see, okay. So we started getting HelloFresh, not a sponsor yet. So I hopefully one day there's enough of you listening. No, so we started getting HelloFresh and we tried making this bibimbap. It's freaking delicious. My wife made it, but it's got this like sriracha sauce and sesame oil. So I was actually wondering if it was an allergic reaction of some sort because it was after I ate that my throat like swelled up. And I took some Tylenol and it's gone down, but still feels pretty odd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so about the Hello Fresh. So I got
Oh,
the
I
email
sent
from
you.
you. Yeah, I got the email from you and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take advantage of this,
You should. It's a free.
$64.99. Like I gotta take advantage of the whole thing. So then I did, and then the summary came out, right? And I have to pay the difference. And I'm like, okay, maybe
What?
not so much take advantage of this. So I went with
Well,
the
it was
option
only
in the
one
middle.
free meal, right? It wasn't like the week.
No, it was telling me your meal plan. So then I went halvesies, right? I cut that in half, and it was like, great, you're just under $1, but you gotta pay that $9 shipping. I'm like, maybe
Uh,
if I go cheaper. So I did. I got the cheapest one, and it said you're way under. It was like 50 something. Like you're way under, but you still gotta pay the shipping. I'm like, son of a
well,
bitch,
yeah.
$9 shipping. Like,
Yes, you
come on.
still have to pay shipping. Yeah, it's
Because
a
it's
flat rate
not
on the
free.
shipping.
Like
Doesn't
they're
matter how much.
if they say
Yeah, I
it's
didn't realize
free,
that.
dot dot dot, just pay
But the
shipping. I'm like,
meals, the
so
meals
then
are really good, dude. Like, to be honest with you, like we've been real. The only one we weren't impressed with was a vegan dish. I was
right.
like, hey, there's a vegan. It was like couscous and feta cheese with tomatoes and green beans, and it was okay, but it was just okay. You know what I mean? Like all this other stuff that we've eaten, like the lemon chicken and the bibimbap, and it's like so flavorful. I made Philly cheesesteaks for my mom. I overdid the salt on that, but it was still pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nice, man. It's a nice. It saves us the hassle of shopping. It's actually I might stick to it.
Yeah, that's why in the beginning when Blue Apron was the one, I was thinking, I'm like, okay, so as soon as I get my own fucking place, I'm just gonna do fucking Blue Apron plan, and that's gonna take care of my fucking groceries.
All right,
Well,
fucker.
that was like what, 6, 7 years ago, 8 years ago. So yeah, I don't know.
Didn't
I don't
keep up
know.
with that one.
Yeah. But hopefully, pretty soon I'll be able to fucking live on my own because I'm getting the what's it called? I'm getting reevaluated on my PTSD, and I'm gonna bitch about a few more other things. But the thing is that some of those things that I'm bitching about actually happened in the military. And when you're in the military, especially in the Marine Corps, all your corpsman says, like you go and you bitch about something, all your corpsman says is fucking take a Motrin and fucking change your socks. And
Sure.
so
Well, that was back when you were there. I bet they can't get away with that so much now.
I'm pretty sure they still do it because there's still fucking memes going around. But what happened? Yeah. So then I get mad at these people because I'm like, how the fuck, do you expect me to have it on record when the fucking corpsmen themselves don't want to do the paperwork? They're like, yeah, just fucking change your socks and take a Motrin. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I looked into like because I was supposed to request my medical records from the VA, and I did that, but I only did from 2015 onward, from 2015 to today, because that was when my PTSD got the worst of it. So then
Right.
I requested from 2005 to 2009, which was my time in the military, and it sent me medical records, but it wasn't from those years. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? So now I got to find some way to extract my fucking records from
Medical records.
medical records from my time in the military and fucking make copies of that and send them over to fucking Doctor whatever her name is.
Which sounds like it's going to be a tedious task. Just
Oh yeah,
it's
with the
it's
government,
government bureaucracy, right?
yeah, it's like pulling teeth.
Even worse, it's military bureaucracy where they
Yeah,
don't want to share it.
yeah. So it's like pulling fucking teeth that are barely growing. So
Well, good luck. I mean, do what you have to do, though, man. I mean, you deserve the help. You really do. I mean, I couldn't do it. I didn't end up fucking enlisting myself because I was too concerned about, and in the end, it was just an excuse, for me to not go. Was that, well, I can't because my grandma's too old, and my grandma's still alive. Like, this is what, 15 years later. Both of my grandmas are still alive. In fact, it was my grandfathers who passed away, which
yeah,
seemed the unlikely way to go. Well, I
well,
don't know, man. I don't know.
women live longer.
Yeah, that's not fair of me to say that it was an unlikely way to go. I mean, it makes sense, but
Right.
it's just so weird, man.
Yeah.
Because they were more active, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like my grandpa would like work out and go to the doctor all the time for checkups, and then my other grandfather was just a rodeo guy. So maybe he had cirrhosis of the liver. That was actually kind of foreseen, the way he drank his whole life. Uh,
Yeah. So then working out is great. Like you lose weight, you stay healthy, whatever.
sure.
But then I came to find out a few years ago, so I don't remember the terminology, but there's yeah, so if you keep working out from age 50 onwards, you're only
Uh-huh.
borrowing time from your future self. So really exercising in your 50s onward reduces your lifespan. So I'm like, okay,
Well, yeah, but you're not necessarily doing it for, I mean, a lot of times you continue to work out, I mean, not just for the physical prowess, but for mobility, for muscle strength, because, osteoporosis gets worse if you don't have the muscle strength to support the joints. You know what I mean?
right,
Like, so it's not necessarily always just to lengthen the life. It's to improve the quality of life, even if it's shorter. You know
right.
what I mean? That's why I was having this discussion with the fucking Lyft driver I had this morning. Um, he's had a surgery to lose weight, and he was still a very large fellow, but very kind guy. And he said the same thing. Like, I'm in my 50s now, and they say, if working out now, my doctor, that's so funny. He said the exact same thing you just did. Yeah, but my doctor says, right now, like at this point, I'm on the back nine of my life. So the quality of life isn't necessarily going to improve just from working out all the time. Like, exactly. And his only concern about losing weight is that he doesn't want the joint issues and this other, the other health ramifications from it. So I proceeded to say that, yeah, there's working out is great if you enjoy it, but if you don't enjoy it and you're miserable getting it done, what's the point of it? At what point does quality of life, you know, speak over health? And I think that's the choice a lot of people make. A lot of people choose, no, I'd rather be unhealthy. I'd rather eat this fucking raspa, this shaved ice with gummy bears and trechas chili powder and Kool-Aid mixed into it with pickles and gummy worms and all of this stuff in one thing. Dude, I'm gonna send you that picture. I saw it was the most disgusting menu I've ever seen in my life. It was just all shit like that.
Interesting. And we got a lot of fucking places down here that serve that kind of bullshit. Like,
Look, okay, hold on. So there's the beer stuff, right? It can't just be regular beer. It's a michelada with like cucumber, jamaica, and chili powder. Agua mineral preparada, same exact thing, just with mineral water. So if you're not looking to get drunk, you just want the diabetes, that's an option. A Smirnoff one, six. You can get a whole 6-pack, and the entire tops of the bottles are covered in chili powder. What the fuck is this stuff? I didn't even look at this real well. Gansito polar. I don't even know what that is. Corn nuts preparar. Oh my god, a pickle roll. So you get a pickle and you roll it in that really like red candy, like gooey candy stuff. And then you douse it, you cover that in chili powder. And then you roll those chili powder gummy worms, those real thin, like shoelace candy, like gummy candies. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's wrapped up all the way around here. It's not a great picture of it, but let's see if we can
Okay. Okay. Is that sour powers? It's like a pickle wrapped in sour powers.
Essentially, yeah, but they're Mexican sour powers, so they're just like chili, they're like spicy.
Okay, so they're thinner than they look. Okay.
Yeah, no, they're like shoestring candies, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's insane that this is a regular thing.
Huh.
Like they have an apple one. Like apples are supposed to be healthy, guys.
Yeah, but not if you mix it with all this fucking
That's
candy
what I'm
apples.
saying. It's insane. Oh yeah, I can't do candy apples unless chocolate candy apples are the shit, dude.
If you say so.
There are a few things better than chocolate covered candy apple. No,
Okay.
chocolate covered apple. Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, him too. So anyways, yeah, now that we have about close to 20 minutes left, you want to know what happened in the fucking Twitterverse?
What happened in the Twitterverse?
So with what's
I
going
always
on,
like to know things.
yeah, with what's going on right now, it isn't fucking news by any means, but it is news because it just recently picked up. But yeah, Israel is fucking bombing Gaza, and Gaza's bombing fucking Israel.
Oh my god, yeah, there was this. I saw this post. This chick, like, she's like laughing. She's on the ground outside the car, and her friends are like in front of her mom and her sister, or her friends, or whatever. And she's recording like this, and she's like, "This is Israel. You gotta fucking deal with the motherfucking Hassad," or whatever it was, right? And then all of a sudden, boom, like a big ass explosion, like real close by, and she's just like, "Oh." And then it kind of like goes back to just living life because that's just what they're fucking doing right now. That's intense, dude. Like we're all bitching about fucking yelling at each other in the street and destroying property. At least there's no fucking bombs fucking going off on a regular goddamn basis.
Yeah, not yet at least. Because
there won't be.
China, North Korea, all them assholes. We gotta look out for them. But
we'll have to nuke them, dude. We're just gonna have to nuke them, and that's gonna be sad. But I think we have enough anti rocket technology. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
we would have enough because they're not close. You know, we would see those rockets coming.
Yeah. So, anyways,
I don't think it's as easy as people think. Like we're at that. We have so many bases around the world where everything is within a 5 fucking mile distance of our fucking rockets. You know what I mean?
We got bases around the world.
That's my point. Like we could just fucking hit the detonate button on our own fucking place that's posted up there. Like, hey guys, everybody go on vacation this week. We're bringing you all home just to visit your families. This weekend on the news, hundreds of civilians saved by vacation when their building exploded, destroying a population of blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
We could destroy everybody with a breath, and it's disgusting.
Yeah. So your gal
Gadot.
Gal Gadot.
Oh, you know Gal Gadot, really? That's funny. That was good. That was good. Good setup. All right. Nice segue there.
Yeah, so she tweeted because she's fucking Israeli's fucking prodigal daughter. She tweeted, "My heart breaks. My country is at war. I worry for my family, my friends. I worry for my people. This is a vicious cycle that has been going on for far too long. Israel deserves to live as a free and safe nation. Our neighbors deserve the same. I pray for the victims and their families. I pray for this unimaginable hostility to end. I pray for our leaders to find the solution so we could live side by side in peace. I pray for better days." And guess how the fuck it was received?
That sounds beautiful. I couldn't have put it more eloquently myself. I can't imagine what anybody else would expect.
Well, apparently she's a fucking ist and an ism, mostly fucking she was accused of being a Zionist. Yeah.
Oh, because she picked a side, right? Because she cared about her own fucking. How is that Zionism? Yeah, but, she prayed for both sides.
Yeah, but she didn't mention Gaza, so they're like, oh, she's a fucking Zionist. Yeah.
She didn't specifically mention something, so it means that she's racist towards them?
Yeah, because she said our neighbors. I'm like, she's humanizing the fucking conflict.
Neighbors, yes, exactly.
Yeah, neighbors.
Need to find that they're governments, not her, not the government, the governments, plural. That's putting the ball in both their court. That's so insane. Man, people deserve to be shot.
So in this
I just don't understand these keyboard warriors, man, that everybody's got so much to say but do so little, you know?
Yeah. So this asshole over here at the T-Print fucking tweeted, "Reminder, Gadot served in the IDF, Israeli Defense Force, for 2 years, where she not only witnessed the ethnic cleansing of Palestine firsthand, but also actively enabled it, I think," and I put supported it for some reason. How can you advocate to stop the vicious cycle of terror when you are standing on the front lines enabling it? Oh, okay,
that's bullshit. That's an ignorant statement though, because they are required by law to do 2 years of service, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And that's not the only country that does that. I mean, yeah, they're just not the only country that does that. That's a common thing everywhere else in the world except for here. And I think it's a genius thing for. No, I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like forcing people to fucking go fight. And if some people do, I can't do it. I'm a fucking hippie, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to embrace that fact. It's really hard to admit, like seriously, look in people's eyes and say, "No, I think I'm a hippie." Like,
well, that's fine. Like,
yeah, but I've never been okay being me, dude. Sorry to bring it back to that, but that's what she's suffering with now too. She's getting called out for being herself, for coming from the place she comes with, and from learning what she did from her own goddamn life experience. What is with your face, Frank? What the fuck are you looking at?
I got a fucking notification from fucking Tinder. Oops, you missed the match. I'm like, that was 20 fucking minutes ago, and I didn't miss a match. Like, I purposely swiped left. Like, come on.
So I love the shirt. The grass in Syria looks very dry. With the knife as a T. Is that insinuating that you spill blood to wet the grass?
Yes, it's a quote.
That's some dark shit, Frank.
No, it's a quote. I don't remember from who, but a constitutionalist, one of our founding fathers, was saying. I think it was Benjamin Franklin, was saying that the tree of liberty must be watered by the blood of the patriots.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's where it's coming from.
Yeah, no, I disagree. I mean, I think that's the end result all the time, but I don't think it has to. It just ends up being that way. But that is a very dark shirt. I just had to call you out on that because
it's
for the
black.
listeners who are not watching.
Of course, it's dark. It's
all
black.
Right, wait. So hold up. So you mentioned we'll get out of this dirty fucking conversation. I don't want to deal with this with you right now. What's going on in the Tinder world? Who is it? Have you matched with anybody? Are you getting your Are you sharpening your pencil out there,
Um,
or are you still
not
just
really.
playing
No,
with
I'm
your
just
dry erase
fucking
board?
no, I'm just fucking mindlessly swiping. Although I don't know if I should say this because then I'm gonna give it away. But I'm like, no, I already gave it away fucking a few months ago, and she never said anything. But I did find my crush on Tinder, and I fucking super liked her, and I'm like, I never got anything back. I'm like, oh well. So there's that. But I did on Hinge. I matched with a conservative woman
A
who,
conservative woman?
yeah, which is
What
hard to
does that
find down
mean?
here. Conservative. She's conservative. She's
Not that
right
hard to
wing.
find. It's hard to find if you look like you. You know, if you dress conservative, you can find a conservative woman, but you're wearing a grass and cereal looks dry shirt. What the fuck is wrong with you? What if you don't go hunting for deer in a bright yellow shirt and a hard hat and a yellow hard hat. You know what I mean? Like you
Right.
go dressed appropriately. You got
No,
to
but
camouflage yourself for the hunt, Frank.
it's not
You,
that I don't dress conservative. Is that the
yes, it is.
Hidalgo County is blue? You know, the entire RGB is blue.
I
They're
disagree. I know almost everybody at my family is ever associated with is a Republican.
yes,
I
your
can find them.
family, but then
What
outside of that,
do you know why my family? Because they dress like conservatives. They look and act like
no, I'm
conservatives.
saying you come from a conservative family, so it's not that difficult for you to find conservatives because technically you live in a conservative bubble. But
Yeah,
it's
I guess fair. That is
yeah,
very fair.
but you know, it's hard for me because I'm fucking first gen American, my family, like you know, I'm my parents are
You're
immigrants.
second gen, aren't you?
My parents are immigrants,
Oh
and
yeah.
yeah, and so they still have the mentality from over there. So naturally, they're fucking well, my father, yeah, naturally a Democrat, but um, yeah. So I finally matched with her, and I told her how Kim says she made a case that people like me, or in my case, that I'm not conservative because I'm not a Christian. And so she was this girl that I matched with. She was fine with me being of another religion. I'm like, okay, great. So then I told
Wow.
her, yeah, I told her my situation, which usually scares women away. You know, the whole probation and all that other bullshit.
Uh-huh.
And she was fine with it. She completely
Wow.
understood. And I'm like, great. So then she's like, okay, since you're being honest with me, it's time I be honest with you. So
I'm a
she
man.
so she told me her red flag, right?
Sorry,
Which
what?
was
What?
she told me her red flag, which was a mental health issue, right? And I'm like, I don't see that as a red flag because you know we're all some sort of fucked up. You know, we're all dealing with our own demons. And she's like, okay, great. Well, this other thing is, and she told me about her crazy ex-boyfriend, and I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah,
those are always around.
I'm like, yeah, that'll scare away any guy because you know of what she told me that the guy's done, you know, and I'm not gonna get into details, but
Why not?
she did say that
Come on.
she's got a fucking protective custody order against him that he keeps
Okay.
violating. Yeah, and so he fucking stalks her fucking exes or her potential dates, and she's like, yeah, well, you know, if you want to run away, I completely understand. So I told her, I'm like, you were understanding of my situation, so it's only fair that I be understanding towards your situation. And she's like, great. And I'm like, yeah. Besides, we could always be friends because you know I don't. It's hard to find conservatives around these parts. And yeah, she stopped talking to me.
Well, why'd you automatically friend zone her?
I didn't automatically friend
Yes,
zone
you
her. I was
did.
like,
It sounds like she was like, okay, great. And then
no,
you're like, well, we can be friends. Like, why
no.
would you say that
She was
after all that?
pushing me towards fucking running away. She's like, if you want to fucking run away, I get it, because she was already pretty defeated about it. I'm like, no, that's fine. Like, it's only fair that I be understanding. And I
Well, do you
said,
still
worst case scenario,
wait? So should she blocked you or what?
she stopped talking to me.
Have you hit her back up?
Yeah, I did. Just yesterday, I hit her up. I'm like, how have you been? And she never replied. I'm like, I guess we're done here.
Damn. Very odd. Very odd.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. That
No,
that did not end the way I thought it was gonna end. That's very goddamn.
yeah.
Well,
Well, it'd
are
be
you
it.
having fun with the hunt though? With the chase? It's so derogatory that I'm saying the hunt, right? You know
Well,
what I
because
mean?
it's
Like,
no, because it's not a hunt. Because I'm just mindlessly swiping. I'm not actively looking. You know,
You're like just setting bait traps out there. Like, some kits. I'll come back and get it later.
like I am so fucking out of it that like my fucking mind is so fucking somewhere else that I said fuck it. I deleted my entire fucking bio on
Dude,
Tinder.
you're going back to saying fucking so goddamn much.
Okay, so anyways, I deleted my entire fucking bio and I just put I decided to burn some calories, so I lit a fat kid on fire. That's my fucking that's my fucking bio. So whoever finds it funny, I guess will swipe right.
I guess it'll never happen. You might get one. But it's not gonna be the nice church going girl that you want.
Also, I don't know if I sent you the article on fucking Facebook, but there was an article from My Fucking Love Science. I think it was saying that fucking gallows humor is a sign of intelligence. So
sure.
Yeah. Something about
there's an article saying everybody's particular personality is a sign of intelligence because it's all written by people with those particular personalities. You dumb fuck.
If you say so, but I mean a science.
I say a lot of things.
Yeah, a science magazine, sure. Like
science.
They're fucking biased, okay. You know, whatever
I
you
understand.
say.
I mean, if it's in a magazine, it must be
it's not a traditional magazine. It's a fucking online fucking magazine.
Oh, well.
Yeah, that makes a whole difference.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so what else we got, man? What else have you been up to? Any plans for the future?
What else was there? There was.
I don't know.
Well, I don't have information on it. I was gonna tell you how there was a fucking statue revealed in what's it called? Times Square, I think it was. No, not Times Square. Fucking Rockefeller Center. There was a statue revealed honoring African culture.
Is that not the same place? Is Rockefeller Center not in Times Square, or vice versa?
I don't know. At this point, I don't know. I'm just fucking saying somewhere in New York, right? There was a statue honoring fucking African culture. And so you can imagine it. Imagine the Statue of Liberty sitting on a fucking chair with Don Cheadle's face. And everyone fucking hated it. Because, they were talking about how, where in Africa is this honoring? Because Africa has 54 countries. It's so diverse. And I'm like, oh, so now a fucking race is diverse. But when it's fucking white people, there's so many fucking white fucking nations. Like, that's not fucking diverse. White is not diverse. But because it's black, now suddenly it's fucking diverse.
Yeah, or Asian, like so many people mix up the different races of Asian people, like Japanese, Chinese, Filipino. Some people can't quote tell the difference, but people don't try. Like if you pay attention enough, to people, if you try, you can figure it out. Like you see, and you're not going to be 100% correct all the time. Like there's plenty of people who've thought I was like from Jordan, Egypt, and stuff. I've been called out for being racist. I'm not, but yeah, Scandinavia. There's tons of different whites.
Yeah,
there's French, Italian, blah blah blah. Anything else, Frank? Sorry, I don't know where you were going with this.
No, there's it's just something. But what else was there? I can get to what was fucking trending on fucking Reddit. But we got about 4 minutes. I don't know if you want to get into it.
Well, what is it?
Somebody asked the question on Reddit, what it's like to have a penis from those who have a penis.
It's a lot like not having a penis by those like if you don't have a penis. You know what I mean? Like you just the life you've lived. It's like, what's it like growing up with money opposed to growing up without money? Like, well, I don't fucking know because you only grow up one way over the other, right? Like, it's not, life is one or the other in a lot of situations, and then it's just your experience.
Yeah.
So I need more context. What is this?
Penis havers explain the most annoying thing about having a penis. And this one guy put, do women get wet without being horny? Because holy shit, it's so damn annoying to get random erections for literally no reason. This thing has a life of its own. And then this other guy was saying
That must be a young guy, dude. 'Cause that shit hasn't happened to me since my like early 20s. Even then, I don't think it. I think after high school, I stopped getting fucking random erections.
yeah, and then this guy posts having to wear tight underwear to keep it from putting on a show when I'm wearing thin pants.
Oh, that's fair. Actually, I hate having to wear briefs and with certain like shorts or something.
Yeah, and this guy put size drastically fluctuates based on temperature. Also, laying on your stomach doesn't feel the greatest. I'm like, okay.
I disagree. I hump my bed all the time. Oh, that's fair. I guess does morning wood count as random? I mean, because it's not random. It's just like
Right.
I think it's a defense mechanism of the body to keep you from urinating. Because I usually get like I'll wake up with like rock hard morning wood, usually just like because I got to piss real bad, and then it's difficult to pee because you're fucking hard, right? You're cutting off your urethra.
Yeah, here we go.
But then-
Somebody posted about that. They said sometimes when I piss, the string forks. Oh no, that's not it. Oh, I guess they didn't. Oh yeah, trying to pee with morning wood, and you need to stand like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Yeah, and so the one I relate with is the constant irrational fear that it will somehow get cut off in some imaginable way. I get my penis caught in a lot of things, just so you know.
How do you manage that?
I don't know. What was I doing?
What are you putting your penis in? Okay, give us some examples. And
Because like
what have you caught your penis?
Yeah, I was on all fours fucking around with the back of the TV for some reason. And what was it? I guess I was okay, no. So that's one example. Like my penis got caught in the fucking somewhere back there. Right. But then another
that
one
doesn't make any sense. You can't say that. No. Because it sounds like bullshit. Like you're just
no,
saying
because I'm mixing two situations. So there's that one, and then there's the one where I was assembling something. I don't remember what. And so I'm fucking screwing this thing, like I'm standing up, right? And the fucking two metals are standing up, and I'm fucking tightening it. And then suddenly I feel fucking, I don't know how I fucking missed the feeling of fucking two things getting closer and closer on my penis. But for some reason, I felt the sudden fucking pinch, and I was like, ah, fuck. So like,
dude, you are a moron.
So I was unscrewing. I have a fucking gut. I can't always.
No, you have like no proprioception whatsoever. No self-awareness of the body. Dude, you need yoga in your life, brother. You've got to be more self-aware.
I'm over here unscrewing the damn thing. I'm like, ah, and then my fucking somebody, my father, my brother was like, what the fuck happened? I'm like, I got my penis stuck.
Jesus Christ. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another beautiful episode of the Completely Inappropriate Podcast. Remember, you can find us at completelyinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com with any comments, questions, concerns. If you want to recommend anybody for us to talk to, please send them our way. Remember to leave us a 5-star review, like, comment, subscribe. And what else, Frank? Did I miss anything there? See, podcast on Instagram, Completely Inap on Twitter.
Yep, and you can find us here, there, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Have you even posted on Twitter once in the last year?
Yeah.
Are you regularly posting on Twitter?
Not regularly, but I am posting.
How funny. I have no idea what's going on there.
Oh, well.
All right, guys. Well, this has been fun. Frank, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Thank you. What day we were yesterday?